If you have a swimming pool at your Massachusetts home or you're thinking about putting one in, there are some things your insurance company expects you to know, and if you don't know them, your pool could become the most expensive mistake on your property. Today I'm going to walk you through exactly how swimming pools affect your homeowner's insurance, the liability and the coverage requirements, and the one additional policy that every pool owner in Massachusetts should consider. Hi, I'm Carlos Vargas, the founder of Vargas & Vargas Insurance, so let's dive in. Let's start with the big one, liability. A pool is one of the single highest liability risks on your residential property. And here's why. In legal terms, a swimming pool is what's called an attractive nuisance. That means it's something on your property that is inherently dangerous and naturally attracts people, especially children, and who may not understand the risk. And under Massachusetts law, property owners have a duty of care to prevent foreseeable injuries. And that responsibility extends even to people who enter your property without permission, including children. So what does that mean? If a child, even a child who doesn't have permission to be on your property, wanders into your yard and drowns in your pool, you could be held liable. That's not a scare tactic, that's the law. And the lawsuits that come from pool injuries and drownings are among the most expensive liability claims in residential insurance. And we're not talking about $20,000 or $50,000 settlements. We're talking about claims that reach into the hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Your standard homeowner's liability coverage is typically $300,000 to $500,000 of coverage. And if you have a pool and a serious injury occurs, that limit could be gone in an instant. Most insurance carriers that will cover homes with pools have a specific requirement you need to meet. And if you don't meet them, they may exclude the pool from your coverage, charge you a higher premium, or do what almost all insurance companies do, is cancel your insurance policy altogether. The most common requirements include fencing. Most carriers require a fence around the pool, typically 4 feet high with a self-closing and self-latching gate. All municipalities in Massachusetts have their own fencing ordinances that may even be more stringent. Beyond fencing, carriers may require a pool cover, safety alarms on doors leading to the pool area, or compliance with specific local building codes. And if you have a diving board or a slide, that's additional risk. And some carriers won't even cover these homes with pools at all. And here's what's important. When you build a pool, you need to tell your insurance broker, not after the fact, but before, or at least the moment that it's installed. If you don't disclose a pool and there's a claim, your carrier could deny it on the basis of material misrepresentation. You didn't tell them about the significant change to your property, and now they choose to deny the loss. So what should pool owners do? In my opinion, having owned a home with a pool for many years, you are the #1 candidate for liability personal umbrella policy. A personal liability umbrella policy sits on top of your homeowner's liability coverage and provides additional layer of protection, usually in 1 million increments. So if you have $500,000 of liability on your homeowner's policy and a $3 million umbrella policy, you now have $3.5 million of total liability protection. And here's the part that surprises most people. A personal liability umbrella policies are remarkably affordable. For most families, a $3 million liability umbrella policy is between $300 and $500 a year. It's one of the best values in all of insurance. If you have a pool, a dog, or any significant liability exposure, and especially if you have assets worth protecting, a liability umbrella policy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Swimming pools bring a lot of joy, but they also bring a lot of risk. The right coverage, adequate liability limits, plus an umbrella policy lets you enjoy your pool without lying awake at night worrying about what could happen. In my next video, I'll talk about the scenario that creates coverage gaps most homeowners don't see coming. Homeowners renovations. If you're remodeling, expanding, or you're planning to, you need to watch this one. And if you have a pool that you want us to review your liability coverage and talk about whether an umbrella liability policy makes sense, reach out to our team for a free coverage review. All of the details are in the description of this video. I'm Carlos Vargas from Vargas & Vargas Insurance. Remember, stay informed and stay protected, and I'll see you in the next video.